Joining us tonight is Honorable Michael Mabike, who is a member of the Democratic Alliance, and also joining us tonight is Sarah Berete, who is a political analyst and executive director for Center for Constitutional Governance. Many thanks for joining us tonight. I'll begin with you, Honorable Mabike. Many of the leaders or MPs that are facing criticism include Abed Bwanika and Matthias Mpuga, who are your colleagues. My question is if they have actually been thrown out of the party after this 30-day ultimatum, are you set off now to take off with the new establishment, Democratic Alliance, register it as a party? Do we expect that?
I think we need to put this in proper context. The ultimatum is actually a public stand, and it is largely merely high-sounding. You don't deal with people casually and you send them outside the establishment and then say, come back and we reconcile. First, you got to deal with what caused the problem. What caused the problem was first the lack of internal conflict resolution mechanism. If a party young as the NUP doesn't have a mechanism to resolve internal conflicts, you can't make a headway in reconciliation. Because then the question is, have you been able to put in new mechanisms to resolve future conflicts? Secondly, a casual way of dealing with colleagues, casual manner of dealing with colleagues. You know, you make statements about your colleagues casually, many times unsubstantiated. Like an allegation where you have a difference in opinion and then you allege that so and so has been bought because you simply differ with him in opinion. So unless there are really mechanisms of now dealing with these people formally, and this talks a lot about a constitution, has NUP got a legal regime that can resolve instances like this? For instance, there's been a big complaint on a lack of a clear legal regime. You have got 3 regimes. The last time I checked in NUP, when I was in NUP, there are 3 legal regimes. There was a legal regime left by Chivalama. There was a regime that Mr. Rubonga tried to smuggle onto the EC file, and there was a second reform. Now, which of these is the actual constitution of NUP?
Right. So
now, without having a constitution,
do you see Honorable Mpuga and Honorable Abed Bwanika coming back to apologize within this 30-day window?
Apologize for what? Apologize for what? I would like to think that I think these members of parliament have moved on by the mere fact that they have joined a formation to which I belong, which is the DA. I would think that they have no more business with the National Unity Platform.
Right, Sarah, let me come to you. How would you describe the manner of reconciliation NUP has put forward with this 30-day window of reconciliation?
Well, the Honorable Mwanga Chivumbi, who is a Vice Chair of Central Region, who has initiated this call, remained largely neutral during the conflicts in the party. And I think he stands a chance to reconcile those members that still share the broader goals and broader common purpose of the National Unity Platform. It's assumed that for leaders to come together and found a party, they have broader and bigger goals that should surpass individual differences, that should surpass personal egos, and extending an olive branch to the rebel members of any party is a greater call of leadership. We have 1 month to the open window of MPs to close the political floor. From 12th May, any MP who wants to close to another party will be free to do so without losing their seat, because that's a provision in our laws. So we have 1 month to this period of the open crossing window, and I think the National Unity Platform is still in time to sit on table and discuss and reconcile with the members who still share the broader goal and purpose
Okay.
of the National Unity Platform.
NRM has had rebel MPs, and you've seen how they deal with them. They even go ahead and contest on the NRM ticket and still win. Do you think that NUP has a thing or two to learn from other political parties like the NRM?
Disagreement and reconciliation is part of day-to-day life. In our personal lives, with our siblings, with our workplaces, we always disagree. We always quarrel, but we always reconcile and move together because of the bigger thread of life that joins us. The same should happen with political leaders. If people have beliefs in party objectives, ideology, and goals, they should be able to overlook their personal differences and continue to pursue the bigger purpose of that party. And indeed, NUP, NRM, or any other surviving party should be able to reconcile its membership.
Sarah Birete, Honorable Michael Mabike, many thanks for speaking to us tonight. We do appreciate your time.